Today I am here with a review of the food dinner subscription box called HelloFresh. I recently heard about this subscription box and I decided to give it a try because I kind of always get in the rut when it comes to making dinner that I make the same things for dinner all the time, and then after a while they just don't sound good, or I have dinner planned and what I'm going to make that night and what I bought groceries for just doesn't sound good anymore. So I don't want to eat that, and we eat something different instead, and we're wasting food. So, I think everybody can kind of relate to that somehow, with just sometimes for dinner, it's hard to make. And for right now, it's just me and my husband, and I don't like to eat leftovers. So it's kind of hard to sometimes gauge how much to buy just to make food for two people. So that's why we decided to give this a shot. HelloFresh is similar to Blue Apron. They will deliver the groceries that are all pre-measured along with the recipes to your house on a specific day of the week that you choose, and they come in a refrigerated box so the items stay fresh while they are traveling, and it comes with 3 meals for 2 people. Now there are 2 different boxes. The one that we got is for meat, and it was $69 for the classic box, which was the meat box that we tried. And like I said, it was 3 meals for the week for the 2 of us. There's also a veggie box, and I believe that one is $59. Please hold while I pull that one up here. And yes, so basically you can find out the cost of it by going to their website, hellofresh.com. You select which one you want, and you put in your zip code to get the price. And for the veggie box, it is $59. Those prices do include shipping, and the price may be a little bit different depending on your zip code. I'm assuming maybe a little more, maybe a little less. We did decide to try out this box too because I had a coupon for $40 off the box, so it was only 30 some dollars for the week. So it's $10 a meal, $5 each. So we decided to give it a try. So you go on, you log on, and you can see what recipes are coming up the next week. And if you want to sign up and you want to get that box, you can do that, or you can decline and say no. You just have to do it before midnight, the Thursday before that you receive your box on the day that you want to get it. And this box you can either get Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So I signed up, and I signed this up for a couple weeks ago, and the 3 meals were a Sonoma chicken salad, harissa lamb meatballs, and a ginger steak with lettuce wraps. So I wanted to get ours on a Wednesday because then I would have dinners for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now what happened was I selected that day, and I obviously planned my meals around when they were going to come on that Wednesday. Well, I got an email on that Tuesday that said, the day before, that said my delivery was going to be delayed a day. And it didn't say why, it just said it was going to be delayed a day, which I was kind of disappointed about because obviously I planned for my meals that, Wednesday. So I was kind of like, okay, what do I make, for dinner now? The thing that I did not like about it was there was no tracking number, whether I didn't get an email with a tracking number, and when I logged into my account, I didn't have a tracking number. So I had no idea what vehicle it was coming on. Was it coming in the mail? Was it FedEx? Was it UPS? Because those 3 different delivery carriers all deliver at different times throughout the day. And I knew it was being delivered in a refrigerated box. And even though, it was going to be in this cold box, I was still a little worried about it because it's been 100 plus degrees where we live. And if it was delivered at, 9 in the morning and I wasn't going to be home till 6, I didn't want that sitting outside all day. So, whatever. Didn't get it on Wednesday, figured out what to eat. I figured when I got home from work on Thursday, it was going to be there. It was not there yet. And I forgot that it says it can be delivered anytime between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. So that's day number 2 that I didn't have my dinner ready. Like, I had to figure out what to make again, which it's not the end of the world. It's just obviously was a little frustrating when I thought I was going to have, this pre-made meal the second day ready, done for me, but I didn't have that. So actually that night after we ate dinner, Thursday night at 8:15 p.m., the box was delivered. And I'll insert some clips here of what the box looks like. It was just this really big box that showed up at the doorstep, and when you opened it up, there was like kind of bubble-ish wrap on the top of it. And when you opened it up, then that's where all of the ingredients were. Each of the meals was in its own little box, and it was great because it was labeled, and everything inside of each of the boxes was pre-measured. I didn't have to think about anything when it came to that meal. It also came with this little pamphlet, and it showed each meal, told a little bit about it and what kind of, the chef's inspiration was behind it. Then there was an individual picture of all of the ingredients, so I knew what everything was. And then on the back of it was the recipe. Then when I went underneath all of those ingredients, that was where all of the meat was. And like I said, it was 100 some degrees. There were ice packs in there, but the ice packs were completely not frozen anymore. And the 3 things of meat that I had in there, they were starting to leak onto the bottom, like the butcher paper that was on there. So that kind of had me a little bit concerned, because since this package was delayed, I don't know if it was HelloFresh's fault, like it didn't get shipped out on time, or if there was a delay, like because of weather or something else because of UPS. I don't know whose fault it was. And I was just a little kind of leery of making that meat because, it had, I don't know how long those ice packs were not frozen anymore, since it was just ice. So that was a little disappointing. I will say the meat was still a little bit cool, so I figured it was okay, and I put it in the refrigerator to get cool again, and the expiration dates weren't for another week, so I figured, whatever, they were okay. So that's kind of what comes in the box. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed that my delivery was delayed. That kind of was a bummer for me, but we made our first meal on Saturday then, and I made the lamb meatball, which turned out really good. It was super easy to read the recipe and figure it all out. It tells you how long it will take you to make it as well, which makes it really easy to kind of plan your time. And like I said, we really liked this meal. It was easy to make, and it was just enough food for the 2 of us to eat. There was a little bit tiny leftovers, which we could have eaten for the next day, but we kind of just ate it all. So the lamb meatballs turned out good. On Sunday night, we decided to make the ginger steak, and that was really good to make too. It was, again, fairly easy. Everything was pre-measured. The one thing I will say that I noticed when I opened each of the individual boxes when I first got it is in the chicken salad, there was a piece of celery, and it was already starting to go bad. It was like brown on it, on the edge, when it kind of like gets dried out. And then with the ginger, the steak, it came with this lettuce, and I could tell on Thursday that it was already kind of getting kind of gross. And HelloFresh says that when you get these items, they'll be fresh for a week. So when we opened it up on Sunday and I tried to make these lettuce wraps, the lettuce was completely wilted and kind of disgusting. We cut off the parts that were, yucky and gross, but again, I was a little disappointed in that, because let's say if I got it on Wednesday when I was supposed to, would it have been fresh? Did it get gross because it was delayed, because it was 100 degrees out and it sat on a UPS truck for maybe 14 hours that day while it was coming to my house to be delivered? I don't know. Again, just a little disappointed with that. But the recipe, the ginger steak, turned out really well. We really liked it. I actually ended up never making the chicken salad, because by the time Monday rolled around, when I was going to make that, when I had planned to make it on Friday or Saturday, I just didn't feel comfortable knowing that stuff had maybe been, bad for a while it was traveling, and it also just didn't sound appealing anymore. I just didn't want a salad, so I ended up throwing that away. Overall, it wasn't a really super horrible experience. I wish my groceries would have showed up on time so that I could have been ensured, that they were fresh. In the end, our meals did turn out really well. They were easy to make, and we tried new things, recipes that I'll probably try to recreate my own sometime. So I think it was good for us to try something new and learn different recipes to possibly try and just kind of think outside of the box a little bit. Plus, we weren't spending the whole $69 to try out the box. We only spent $30, so it wasn't a total loss of money. So if you guys are interested in seeing what HelloFresh is all about, I have a code down below that you guys can use to get $40 off of your first box. It's a really great deal and an easy way to, try new things and see if it's something that you like. This is not something that you will get charged $69 every week. If you don't like it, you can cancel your subscription. You can opt out for a bunch of weeks at a time. I actually logged into our account and I opted out for like every week through September, and I'll just log in after a couple of weeks, and when I can see far enough out, there's a recipe or some foods we want to try, I will sign up and try those out for the week. So hope you guys liked this video, kind of give you a perspective on a new little subscription box to try out and hopefully get some new dinner ideas. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!